D-Hop, then that's gonna be just good for the Buffalo Bills to have two weapons on each side.
This is
put
the
Gabe
time
where we said they should go.
This is the time the Bills gotta go all in. This is the time. I mean, it's available. So why not go all in? You know what I mean? Why not go all in? And D-Hop riding around on posting up on Instagram talk Buffalo Soldier and all that stuff. Make it sound good. Once again, like how we talked about the OBJ situation. Make it sound good. Go get the guy. Go get the guy. But, you know, this is like a domino effect because now if you do go get D Hopkins, what are you going to do with my boy Gabe?
And the spots
well, we know it's money right now, but contract eats contract, you know, so we have some, you know, definitely some trade capital. We got guys that's, you know, that can make the money match.
But what does one have to do with the other though? Gabe and D-Hop?
Well, it's contract. You know, I think Gabe is only gonna make probably what $3 million this year or something like that. Ed Oliver is going to make damn near $11 million. Mm-hmm. So if Arizona agree to eat some money, and this is the only way you're going to free up money is to eat some of this contract to make it work,
they probably will.
Which they probably will. So let's just say if they eat $9 million, I guess what 19 he's supposed to get this year or something like that, right? Yeah, it's a bag. It's definitely a bag.
Sure. I mean, look, if you DeAndre Hopkins, I don't know if he has a no trade clause, but if he does, then that changes the
he
ball
can pretty much. I think he can dictate to where
he
right,
go
because they allowed him to go seek a trade.
Right.
So when somebody allows you to go seek a trade, that basically means he has some sort of control that. So that's just get sent off to.
That's the prominent point that he could pick where he want to go. DeAndre Hopkins is a winner. DeAndre Hopkins is widely known as the best wide receiver in this league for about half a decade, right? So DeAndre Hopkins has played for the Texans, then randomly got traded to the Cardinals. He's never won. He's never even had an opportunity to win. He wants to go where he has an opportunity to win a championship. And it wouldn't hurt to go where you're not the number one guy for the first time in your life.
True.
You know what I mean? To go where you got another crazy route runner on the other side of you that can catch everything that come out the air.
That's what we talked about. We talked about guys that defenses can fear. You know what I mean? Like they fear Steph Diggs, but who else do they fear on our team?
Josh. That's it.
Josh, yeah, but if we're gonna just say, okay, we can just double Diggs, and that's it.
You take away 45% of our offense.
That's it. Like you're not gonna run the ball, so
they refuse.
Whoa, wait a minute.
That's it. That's just
we still talking about them not running the ball no more. They got Damian Harris now.
What that mean?
Well, they had Devin Singletary running the ball.
Tell me what it mean.
Have you not watched? Wait a minute. Oh, hold on. See, I see you just want. I'm back now. You want to? Here you go with a start. Yeah, you got to be quicker than that if you're gonna pull the fish.
Hold on. Tell me what.
First and foremost,
what does that mean?
Damian Harris is a what? 3 down back, right?
He is.
Back, right?
Yes,
he is. So that means he brings a different dynamic to this run game, right?
Absolutely.
That means you can run. Okay, so guess what? Damian Harris gonna make you want to run the football. That's what I mean. You better.
Whoa.
For $1.7 million, you gonna do what I tell you to do. You gonna do what I tell you.
Hold on. Does 5.7 yards per carry not make you want to run? Does 4.6 yards carry not make you want to run?
No. We talking about a different back though. This is a different.
Oh, this is a different back, but it's the same offensive coordinator.
I don't give a damn. That's what that offense. Hold on. Watch
it's the same offensive coordinator.
That's cute that you say that, but that offensive coordinator better learn how to do something.
I'm with you. What I like Damian Harris to go out of the backfield? Absolutely. Do I think he's going to? I don't think they're going to.
You know what?
You
know what? Just by that comment that you just said right there, the same offensive coordinator.
We don't know.
The Bills going Bills again.
We don't know.
That's the problem. That's what we got.
Let me just say this. Do you think that the Bills are going to make it to the Super Bowl next year with the same team this year?
Okay, so I see.
And a healthy Von Miller?
I see that. You know, they making moves. They, reevaluating contracts. I see Jordan Phillips just signed 1 year, $3 million. Right? So they want to make room to get somebody else. Obviously, all these moves that's coming in. Do I think? I mean, you getting Von Miller at the tail end of the season, which I think is good for them. But would you have blamed the offense or the defense last year for the Cincinnati loss?
Both.
Yeah, both.
I'm
Really.
blaming both.
No, I'm talking about which. If you had to put it on a Lieber scale, which one performed worse? The offense or the defense?
The wall.
Really?
Defense.
I ain't with that.
10 points?
Yeah,
Defense?
I get that, but defense ain't stopping nobody neither.
Offense ain't look like they wanted to do nothing. I feel you. Defense wasn't doing
Offense,
nothing.
we're one-dimensional. Like, look, it's easy to stop the Bills. We just said it. Just double digs, and okay, that's it. They're not gonna run the ball. Like, they wasn't running the football. Like, to me, it didn't even matter if we had Saquon Barkley. I don't think we would have ran the ball.
Right. And that's
how I feel. That's just how I feel.
That's my point about Damian Harris.
We still want to give a rat's ass on running.
I feel you, but it's a whole. You know what? It's a pregnancy period in between then and now. Okay, he got a whole pregnancy period to think about what's going on with his offensive coordinator.
3-4 years behind Dayball to figure it out.
I don't care. Dable is totally. As a matter of fact, if Dable was here, we'd have been running the football more.
Of course, he would have picked up where he left off at too, and we at least would have made it to the Super Bowl with him.
See, that's what
we at least, and I'm telling you, I wasn't Dable's biggest fan, but I just knew continuity and familiarity is just going to help you win ball games like that sometimes. And he's seasoned enough to understand other teams' tendencies and what they like to do. Dorsey ran a completely different offense than Brian did.
Surely did. By the way,
but again, we still was very explosive. But again, we didn't get better each week. We stayed the same all the way through the course of the season. That's why we was in dogfights every week. Every week we was in dogfights.
Like
after the bye, we was in. I mean,
I feel like we digressed during the season.
You can say that. So why is that? Why is the Super Bowl favorite team digressing?
Because he was predictable. He was predictable.
Okay, so what's going to change that this year?
Oh, getting people.
What is going to change that this
players
year?
that's going to make you change that.
Okay, so what players are you getting? What players are we getting? You got to get dogs. You got to get dogs. You got to go get.
That's right.
You got to go get boys.
That's right.
We didn't have a.
So go get D-Hop. Make it happen.
Right.
Make it happen.
If we didn't have it's like they very disrespectful with it, but is it some sort of truth to it? Because the Bills has been dominating the conference for the past 2-3 years, and we have not had a bulk of Pro Bowlers on this team. I mean, you look at Kansas City and Philly, right? They had the most Pro Bowlers, and they were the two teams in the Super Bowl. The Bills had what? Two? Had two? The same two people we talked about that, as long as you stop, game over. The same two people now that we just said, you double digs, where Josh gonna go to with the ball? He gotta run the ball. He gotta run the ball.
Maybe Mitch Morris.
Ball game. Mitch Morris. Yes, Mitch Morris had his Pro Bowl year.
Then go get him. Tell Tim stop being settled.
You gotta get that.
How about that? Tell Tim stop being settled.
It's beyond.
I was talking about Tim Graham, but tell Tim stop being settled. Hey, come on, they go get D.I.
Gotta get boys.
Get them.
Get boys.
Get them.
Gotta have boys winning.
You gotta get boys money. You gotta get boys money.
I mean, you restructuring all these contracts. Go get him.
Gotta go get him.
What we waiting on?
Josh up with some weapons.
And I'm sure Arizona, you know what I'm saying, want something back. And they was asking for a second and a third.
No, at first they weren't asking for that until, I guess the Bills inquired, and all of a sudden Kansas City always is getting back off the Bills.
For real.
You know what I mean? But yeah, right. I'm not about to let them get better when we can get better. That's why being like, no, we ain't messing with DeAndre Hopkins. He's trying to downplay it. I know he is. He's trying to downplay it so it all can go away.
That's right.
And they're just stacked.
No, he got to play. Because every time they say the Bills is interested in somebody, here come 2-3 other teams is automatically interested.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, they don't like the
They hating. They hating. You know what I mean? So they gotta fight fire with fire too. Man. So the possibility of the Bills getting the OBJ or a D Hopkins, and we're not gonna try to go get them because we're gonna eventually see these dudes down the line for a Super Bowl.
Especially
they better off being on our team. Yeah. So what you think they're gonna do? They're gonna recruit them too. They better jump themselves into the pot.
Justin, I don't know why you shaking your head. I blame you for this. I blame you for this. See, you supposed to be blocking on the line, and you over here blocking transactions.
Brandon, call me, man.
It's your fault. Muki, you the coach. I'm blaming him. I blame Justus.
Can't blame him.
Give me a trainer, bro.
I'm blaming some coaches. I ain't blaming them all, but I'm blaming some.
So why is
Ben
it? So let me
Horsey.
ask this question: while we talk about all these trends, why do it take them so long to pull the trigger on what you obviously?
But
Money
I
gotta be
appreciate
right.
that,
You know,
bro.
Money
I
gotta be
appreciate
right.
that though. You don't want your GM being reckless, and that's one thing Brandon Bean is. If he's a lot of things, he is not reckless.
Yeah, he's not gonna be reckless with it now.
I mean, it was reckless to lose Tremaine Edmonds, but outside of that, he's been pretty good.
That's why you heard him being a little bit more aggressive. It's just exposing him being out there in the limelight with it, and that's what he don't like to be. He don't like to be out there. He don't like his business being out there like that.
I appreciate that.
So that's why he, put the fire out. Maybe he told Tim, hey, man, put it out there. We ain't in the D-Hop sweepstakes no more.
Yeah.
They could have went with that rammer.
I
They
can
could
see
have went
that.
with that
I
rammer.
can see that.
But I don't see that the Bills can be just all of a sudden just completely out of it.
We have no more surprises.
Yeah,
Von
you
Miller.
know what I'm
You know what I'm
saying?
saying?
That they just completely out of it. Maybe right now they have stalled because you got all the haters in the game now. Hate. You know what I mean? So when the smoke clear again, say, hey, we still here. Y'all want to do a deal now or not? You know what I mean? Y'all want to get this over with? If we could have kept this quiet instead of somebody probably on y'all end leaking it, then we probably would have had a deal done.
Was the
you gotta
Tampa Bay
understand how
Buccaneers regular?
No, they wasn't. They went on and got boys. Tampa Bay, they got rid of Jameis, got Brady,
Yeah.
got Gronk, got
And then
Leonard
Brady,
Fournette.
Brady became the
You know what I
best
mean?
GM in
Got
the
Lyman.
league.
They got boys. They went and
So
got
they
boys
wasn't
and won the Super Bowl. They weren't regular.
Was the
Well,
49ers regular?
What do you mean by reckless though?
By the moves they made.
They were nobodies before they got Tom Brady. So they had the room, they had the space to go and kind of make moves that you know what I mean? The Bills have been good now for half a decade. They've built a foundation in which they can continue to be good for another half decade.
Did it take them a pregnancy period to pull the trigger?
Well, okay. See, now look, you mentioned the 49ers. The one deal they did was Christian McCaffrey. That's the one deal they did. And I mean, our equivalent would be Stephon Diggs.
But they got boys, though.
But they draft well.
Right.
They draft extremely
They
well.
got boys. They got
And
Brandon
they
Ayuk
developed
already.
extremely
They got Deebo
well.
Samuel, who they drafted.
But
George
they
Kittle.
also don't have a quarterback, though.
So then I'm going to ask.
It don't matter. They almost went to the
That's
Super Bowl with
that's also because Kyle Shanahan is the best coach in the league. But my point is, you talking about roster building. They get lucky with a lot of draft picks, but we got lucky with the most important draft pick, though. So I mean, it's kind of like.
So I'm going to ask this question again. If you had to be a draft king better to say the Buffalo Bills will pull the trigger on a big name free agency, in what month would it be? Let's go.
No,
In what month?
It can happen next month. It can happen during the draft.
But take a look at how Bean is in the draft, right? He don't do nothing crazy. He wait until a great player drops and they twice the value that he has at the pick, and then he pulls the trigger.
Who was
I
that?
think
What guy was that?
Ed Oliver. That happened with. I mean, for
Is
hindsight,
it-
Josh Allen.
Is it looking like they should have got Ed Oliver now?
No.
No, but hold on. Let's hear my point though. In free agency, maybe they thinking the same thing. All right, this guy has been here. He's been sitting here for months, and he doesn't.
So we're gonna wait till somebody else gets.
No.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying the guys that's left over there is typically some really good players after the draft left in free agency. That second wave of free agency, you can go get a really, really good player at a really, really cheap deal because they need a proven deal.
I get that, but you look at the draft, like we have not drafted an offensive player since Josh Allen in the first round.
Oh no, not in the first
Not in the first
round.
round.
Not in the first round, no.
When we just mentioned names, right?
Kelvin Benjamin.
Brandon Ayuk was what? Did he go in the first round?
No, I don't think so.
He went second.
I think so, yeah.
Deebo Samuel first, but you figure the receivers really come off the board in the second round. You will see a run on receivers in the second round. The top tier guys is going to be 2-3 of them at best in the first round.
So you saying a first round wide receiver?
I'm just saying. No, not now.
Oh.
I wouldn't take a receiver in the first round if I was the Bills. I go get a veteran. Josh don't need no more rookie wide receivers.
Would you trade that first round for a receiver?
No. Not when you can get D Hopkins and still keep your first round pick. Not when you can probably restructure somebody's contract on the roster and offer some bread to OBJ.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I won't be thinking about a receiver at pick 27. when you look at the Bills depth chart right now at picture, only thing that's really missing depth wise is linebacker and tight end.
Yeah.
When you look at the Bills depth chart, depth wise right now,
I don't like
they light that linebacker and they light that tight end. They only got 2 tight ends on the roster.
And I don't like Tommy Sweeney at tight end too.
Tommy Sweeney in New York.
Oh, that's right. That's
There you
right.
go.
That's right.
He's gone.
Who got
Quentin Morris.
Morris. He's pretty good though. I like him.
He's pretty good, but he's not a blocking tight end.
No.
So, I mean, come on. It don't take a rocket science to figure that one out. You know what I mean? But I tell you what, when we come back, we're going to talk about it some more. So keep it live, keep it legendary. You tuned into the WUFO 1080 AM on Power 96.5. We'll be right back. Phone lines open. Hit us up.
Phone lines open. Hit us up, y'all boys.
D-Hop.
716-837.
Hello,
Right.
my name is
116.
of the law offices of Lindy Korn, and I am proud to partner with
Good to be back.
WUFO Power
Good to be back with the
96.5
man.
Oh, I got
in
Justice
celebration of
General.
all women during
I
Women's
got my guy.
Specifically,
You know what I mean?
putting an end to sexual harassment
The
and
George Robinson.
retaliation.
Energy up.
Rise up.
Energy
Network.
up, y'all.
Office of Lindy Korn.
Boys about to go to sunny Florida for the weekend.
Cancer is not as simple as we typically think of it in a classification schema.
All
My
right.
name is Carl Morrison.
Oh,
I'm a
you
pathologist at
already
Robert
bet that.
Park Comprehensive Cancer Center.
You streaming from
A lot
the
of
fan base
people
page?
think
or
that they
you
just
streaming
have
from your page?
lung cancer or they just have breast cancer.
Did you
They
tag me?
may have a specific subtype.
I can't
It's a
tag
very
from the stream
complex
now.
process to determine
Yeah,
if
for
you
some
I just
have.
gotta share it from
You have to go
from
to
the
very
fan base page.
sophisticated
It's
high-level
already streaming
cancer
from fan
centers
base
to
page.
keep up with all the advanced diagnostic changes that occur that can impact your treatment. And that is what we are specialists at Roswell Park. And our capabilities of doing molecular classification of cancers is really what sets us
You're gonna
apart
bring
from
baddies
going
back.
somewhere else that's not an
You wanna see a
NCI-designated
baddie.
comprehensive cancer.
I mean,
You could be
go
at
for
the
business.
forefront of a treatment that can change your whole outlook of life. Spend one day at
Look
Roswell
at
Park
it.
and regain your hope. Maybe
Look at
tomorrow
him.
there's a new and a better therapy for you. That tomorrow you're only going to get at Roswell Park.
Is the IRS making you feel anxious? Do you have multiple years of unfiled taxes or owe more than $8,000? The tax attorneys at Allies Tax Relief specialize in problems like yours, and they're ready to negotiate your fresh start. Don't go another year fearing the IRS. Allies Tax Relief will stop the IRS from
What we
garnishing
talking
your
about?
wages
What we
or
talking about?
levying your bank account. You only pay if you
Depth
qualify
chart?
for
We
their
talking about the depth
services, so
chart, right?
why wait? Call 800-281-8532
yes, and then
today.
quarterbacks.
That's
First
800-281-8532.
Northland Workforce Training Center is enrolling for the fall 2023 semester. There are 3,000
Well,
jobs in
number one.
advanced manufacturing available in Western New York, paying between $30,000 and $50,000 a year. Launch your career by training in their brand new facility located at 683 Northland Avenue. To start, attend a pre-enrollment session held every Tuesday at 6 p.m., Wednesday at 10 a.m., or Thursday at 4 p.m. To learn more, visit northlandwtc.org or call 436-3229. Northland Workforce Training Center has training. All they need is you.
What's good, sports world? The Bills are still working while down at the
doing-
NFL annual
who the
league
Bills picking
meeting
at
while
27?
signing defensive tackle Jordan So we got Phillips and that chart. acquiring safety Taylor Rapp away from the Los
Y'all
Angeles
get mad
Rams.
at my-
The Bills and a slew of other teams proposed a one-cut down day after preseason, meaning teams can have a full 90-man roster throughout the entire
Taylor Rapp.
preseason and will need to cut down to 53 players by the following Tuesday. In other news, the
Don't he play
Bills will
corner or something?
receive a third-round compensatory pick for losing Tremaine Edmonds in free agency, while talks with wide receiver DeAndre Hopkins may have stalled for the time being. I still think it could happen. And let's not forget OBJ is still available. In college basketball, only 4 teams remain. That will be UConn, University of Miami, San Diego State, and this year's Cinderella FAU. Games begin on Saturday to see
UConn.
who will play for the national championship on Monday. In the NBA, Kevin Durant is set to make his home court debut in Phoenix, while
Huskies,
Dwayne
remember?
Wade, Dirk Nowitzki, Paul Gasol, Becky Hammond, and Greg Popovich were elected to the Pro Basketball Hall of Fame. Like father, like son, as Bronny James won the McDonald's All-American Slam Dunk Contest like his father did 20 years ago. His team fell short in the All-American game, 109-106. James had 15 points. In local news, history is being made as the North-South All-Star Game will have a all-black staff, led by health science head coach Coach Tyree Parker. Make sure you tune into Late Night Sports every Monday and Wednesday night from 10 p.m. to 11, and the WUFO Sports Report every Sunday at 6 p.m. That's your Power Sports Minute. I'm Muki Andre. That's right, Sports World. That Power Sports Minute was brought to you by Premier Cigar. Nothing but the most best and premier cigars you can get anywhere in Western New York. Make sure you head on down to 1327 Jefferson Avenue. Stogie on me. All right, you know, Josh Allen like those Nickies. I like to call them Nickies. Those Nicaraguan cigars. That's what he likes to smoke. Mild ones. So, you know, he gets them from Premier Cigar. Holla at your boy. But we are back, Late Night Sports, and we are joined by Andre the Torch Robinson. Rise Up family is in the building. We have Buffalo Bills Mafia fan base super producer Justice the General. DJ Moana's on the ones and twos, and we're just talking about the Bills pick at 21. When you look at the Bills, but they have 66 players on the roster. They have to at least get to 90, 91 players. So they still 30 players away from building this roster. They only have 66 players. And when you look at this depth chart right now, if I was to choose where the Bills would go at pick 27 right now, just based upon looking at the depth chart, linebacker and tight end are two eyesores right now on the Bills depth chart. All right, let me help you guys out. Let me help Bills Mafia out on how this really works. All right, I know everybody's still thinking that Bijan Robinson is going to slide and be available. I know everybody's still talking about a wide receiver or anything like that. I know some even may be talking about a lineman right now. But when you look at this Bills depth chart, tight end, linebacker sticks out to me. And I'm, to be honest, I don't even know what I mean. My 2.0 my draft is going to be slightly different, but will my number one guy still be my number one guy in 2.0? And right now, today, I'll say it's still it. I still think that tight end is the pick at 27, and I think it's Darnell Washington if he's there. If he's not there, then, you probably have to look at a linebacker. You probably have to go get a tight end somewhere else. That fits the mode of what you're looking at.
He's going to be there at 20. You talking about Washington?
He's
going to be there.
He's going to be there at 27.
He might be there in the second round. I ain't going to lie to you.
No, I don't think he's going to be that far. We pick at 59. He is not.
Oh, no, not in our second round.
Right. So we got to get him at 27. Okay, unless they want to move back, want to keep sliding back, slide back to 35. I think I did a mock draft online where I slid back to 35 and I made some moves there. But I play around with it. If he's your guy, go get him at 27 and, have at it. So what do you think? Do you think linebacker or do you think tight end?
Ooh. See, now you flipped the question on me because I was thinking you just talking about who you think going to take it.
Well, who you think? Who you think they're going to take at 27? Go ahead.
Oh my God, there's so I finally started watching film. There were so many players at this spot. I did not think that the talent was like. First of all, we talked about it. Dion Henley, that linebacker,
right?
Wide receiver. That boy's a beast. All right, he's a little small. He's 225, give or take. You know what I'm saying? He's a little small, but he is fast. He flies all over the football field. He's even a good pass rusher, which is crazy. 27? See, but if you like him, you know what I'm saying? So that's one option, right? I like Josh Downs out of North Carolina. That boy's a beast. Route running is crazy. I ain't gonna say he's up there with Jackson Smith and Nick, but he's up there. Right?
Is he a guy that we're gonna fear? That defense is gonna fear. Defense is gonna fear him.
In this offense, people would fear Josh Downs.
They
would fear Josh Downs.
He can run all around.
He can run every last one. That boy is a dog. I think he's like 6'1", 6 feet, somewhere around that area. But he's not super tall, not super fast either. But neither is Stephon Diggs. He's fast, but
he's no Stephon Diggs.
No. I'm not saying he is, but he has that type of.
So he's better. He's better than OBJ.
He might be. He's better than Stephon Diggs coming out of Maryland. That's for sure.
He's no way.
Yeah,
no way.
Coming out of Maryland when he's a rookie, yeah, that's for sure.
No way.
Two offensive linemen I like. Osiris Torrance out of Florida. That boy is solid. He's really, really good. I would love to have him. Steve Vila out of TCU is also very, very solid. But if I had my pick at 27, you'll hate me for this one. I'm taking defensive end Felix Anaduke Uzoma out of Kansas State. When I tell you this man is ridiculous, he can play inside or outside. He got this.
How big?
He's big. Oh, he's big. I think they got his stats.
He's playing inside. How big?
He's 6'3", 225. 255. Excuse me.
255. He can't play inside.
Wait till you see his tape.
And
You got
that boy is strong.
And that Oliver is barely playing inside. You think a guy that's 255
He's
pounds
strong.
inside?
He
got
hooks
89 pressures and 21 sacks.
Listen, he's
In
a
college.
dog.
Yeah,
He's a dog. He could run around you. He could run through you. He could do that little shoulder thing that Von Miller do. That's fair. But I mean, Joey Bosa was in college going crazy, and people was like, that translate. I'm telling you, it's going to translate. I'm telling you, this dude's going to be a dog. A lot. What? Come on, move. Joey and Nick Bosa eating.
No, we talk about Joey.
They both
Say
eating. Joey eating.
He need the paycheck. He eating.
He got a paycheck though. You don't get a paycheck if you don't eat. He may have had a mediocre season.
What do you do in the playoffs? You go home too.
I mean, that's fine.
No.
That's fine. That's fine. But what I'm saying, Felix Anudoke Uzoma, I'm telling you, this dude can do it all. And I was totally against drafting any linemen on the defensive side because I was like, we already drafted too many. It don't work. We can't develop them. Let's just go sign people. But this dude, I feel like he's a game changer. That's my pick, man.
A gun in your head, and that's all you can come up with. That's you come with another defensive end after we done drafted.
I know.
All these dudes on the edge.
But he's legit.
We paying Von Miller $20 million.
And now you get another dominant end where you don't got to pay him $20 million.
We got to pay Greg Rousseau and Boogie Basham.
Eventually, and we don't even know if they're going to pay now. Hold on. I'll give you Greg. I'll give you Groot. We don't know if you got to pay Boogie Basham.
So,
we don't know if you got to pay Boogie
Basham. What are we going to do with him? Are we going to get rid of him? Are we just gonna he's gonna get it year 4 and then
we ain't gonna get rid of Boogie Basham. Nah, we gonna
that's what I'm saying. Like I'm just over being optimistic.
I mean, if it's based on his first 2 years, he's gone.
Should have been gone. George, what are your thoughts? What do you think that the Bills is gonna do?
So I mean, I see why he said edge because when you look at a lot of draft boards, a lot of them got edge.
We do need some edge help. I mean, Von Miller is probably. I mean, he may not come back to next Thanksgiving. You know, he may come back as early as week 4. But, yeah, he's not going to play week 1. We all know that.
I don't even know if anybody projected an edge to us. I'm just going strictly off his tape. That boy's the truth.
No, I'm just saying when you look at most boards.
Come on, that's not fair.
Most boards got edge, wide receiver, offensive line. But they do have a tight end around in that section.
Do not say much.
In that section. Michael Mayer.
Okay.
From Notre Dame.
No.
Got 18 scores.
I like Darnell better, but he good.
We don't need him.
I mean,
we don't need that type of tight end. Like y'all not understanding the dynamics of what the Bills scheme is.
Well,
we are paying Dawson Knox $13 million.
Mm-hmm. Well, let me ask this question.
He is tight end number 1.
Okay, so let me ask this question. With these boards, are you taking another offensive line? Because you got a lot of them down there. Roderick Jones, you got down there. But they talking about pass blocking.
Bills ain't drafting no line in the first round.
You got Anton Harrison.
We got Questenberry back.
I do not want Anton Harrison.
You got
that boy has no balance.
Those guys don't know what they're talking about.
I mean,
there's no balance.
Who you want down here? I mean. You got Emmanuel Forbes.
Did y'all just listen to anything I said? The Bills depth chart.
I heard you.
The whole
and that's why I said
no more
room.
They have no more room for linemen on their depth chart now.
See, now if we going strictly off the depth chart, I say trade back.
Yeah, if Hopkins is, if Darnell Washington is going to be there slightly but lightly. Trade back.
See, you trying to put it in the favor of Darnell Washington.
Yeah.
He admitted.
Here's the worst part. You said linebackers, right?
Yeah, they're going to be around in the second round heavy.
I was about to say,
that's what I see.
Not one.
I don't see Drew Sanders being. I don't see Drew Sanders. I don't see Jack Campbell. I don't see Trenton Simpson. I don't see Noah Sewell. I don't see them You know, until where the Bills is picking at 59.
Jack Campbell good, but
But you still get any one of those four in at pick 59. One of those four linebackers will still be around at pick 59.
That's true.
You know what I mean? That's
The
what
first
I'm
one
saying.
I see is Hentley from Washington State.
Boy's a
Your
dog.
boy, your boy,
Boy's a dog.
your boy.
He's
a dog.
small, but it don't really matter on film because he don't really let it affect the game too much. He is small, but it don't really matter.
And then Jack
But this is the
Campbell from
NFL.
Iowa.
NFL, man. He's a grown man out here.
Yeah, that's fair.
Grown man out here.
I immediately put him at a linebacker safety type of. Woo-wee.
Already got that. We blew that. We got Tyler Rapp. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So that's
true.
my whole thing.
That's
you know,
true.
gotta read in between the lines on how this is.
He's a
working.
1-year deal though. But I feel
But who are so again? Besides who you said, who are you taking off the board that isn't a either stretch that you're getting them too early,
Yeah.
and it's a hell of a stretch, or somebody who actually fits what you want? Who are you getting
I'm getting Darnell Washington.
besides him?
and even that might
Ain't
be a
nobody
reach,
else but him.
Okay, so that's
I'm all in right now on Darnell Washington.
85%.
I'm going to get a tight end
draft
that's a
people.
freak at 6'7", 275 pounds that runs a 4.6 40. I'm going to get him. I'm going to get a tight end that could block for my quarterback. I'm going to get a tight end that, you know, when he do release, he's going to be a mismatch problem for out there. I'm going to get a tight end that can help me block in the red zone when I do decide to run to get a ball to Damian Harris. We don't need another wide receiver. We need a tight end.
But he's TE3 on a lot of people's board though.
Huh?
He's TE3 on a lot of people's board.
Okay. Just
So
because,
at 27, you
just
said,
because that you got to understand scheme fit. You got Musgrave ahead of me. You got Kincaid, Meyer. You know what I mean? So if that's my guy, that's my guy. I'm going to get.
But you
my
said
guy
the
that
offensive
fit in my
lineman will be
scheme.
reaching.
Who? Osiris?
Osiris or Avila.
Who we gonna take? Who we gonna beat out? Bates. We Bates under contract. Bates is under contract. We just picked up McGovern. We just picked up McGovern and
But
signed him.
you're
to
gonna put the
$8
best
million.
player on the
Do
field.
you know that there is draft boards that have him?
Top 10. He's just draft stock this razor.
Who?
Osiris Torrance.
Oh, as it?
Oh no!
It's
I'm talking
went up.
about Darnell Washington. They have him.
Somewhere in the
Third
60s.
round.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
All
man.
right.
I
He's
don't
number-
think he'll last that long. But what
On
I'm
this
saying
one
is,
I'm looking at right
I
now,
know.
he's number
Uh-huh.
69.
Because-
DK Metcalf went all the way down there to the third round, and what happened?
Oh, we know how
All
that.
right, so you come on, this guy is a freak in nature. That's just like being right now talking about we ain't in the business for D-Hop, even though we know that he still is.
Yeah.
So we gonna just they got a projected going there. I ain't gonna get him off the board. I'm gonna get the guy that I like. Like I said, I'll move back like slightly but lightly in the beginning of the second round and go get him.
You
Worst
see,
case scenario.
that's why he the professional. I gotta learn how to spin narratives.
Worst,
like him.
worst case scenario,
I
I
learn how to
slide
spin
back
it.
a few. I go from 27 to 35 and grab Darnell Hopkins. Let me grab Darnell Washington.
Yeah, I was depending on what I'm getting
I
back.
get more picks. I'm gonna get another another
Two
third,
picks.
fourth round pick.
Yeah, he's
You know what I mean? Just to move back 7 spots.
Probably gonna get 2 picks out of that.
You know what I mean? Now I can ball out. You know what I mean? I can ball out in those meat and potato rounds now. Because the tight end is still on the board. Myers don't fit.
I'm gonna look up what the value is. So I'll let you know.
The trade value.
Yeah.
You just want you to trade index on me. I'm just saying the Bills they went after OJ Howard for a reason last year, right? Didn't pan out. We just signed Dawson Knox. So if we feel that we need a number 2 tight end, why go after OJ Howard when you signed Dawson Knox? That's all I'm saying. So it's something that's missing. That's been missing all season long was a number 2 tight end for Dorsey to be Dorsey. That's what I'm saying.
Didn't you say that was a mistake though?
What was a mistake?
OJ Howard.
Right. To me, it was. Because when you look at this Bills offense in the preseason, they was explosive. OJ Howard was making plays in preseason. I don't know what everybody else saw to where they just cut him. You mean to tell me Tommy Sweeney beat OJ Howard out in preseason?
So
Let's keep it a buck. Tommy Sweeney beat out OJ Howard.
no, that's not true. I don't know what happened, but
Right.
that's not true.
Right. So
It was something else.
It's something else.
Yeah, it was something else.
I mean,
he's not better than OJ Howard on
he's
any
not
stretch
better
of
than him.
imagination.
You know what I mean? Just like Adam Thielen ain't better than OBJ. But guess what? He went to Carolina for what? How much money? $7 million.
That's a good point.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a
So
great point.
like, come on.
So for the 27th pick, a team will need to give up their second and third round pick.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we take that. Come on, we'll get that.
That's what I said, too.
And you get an early second round pick there.
You get an early second. So now you got the second. You got an early second. You get an early, and you still keep 59. You still keep 59.
So you got 2 seconds and 2 thirds.
And 2 thirds.
Yeah. I take that.
Right. I'm gonna take that. And
especially if our guy isn't there at 20.
If he's still gonna be there, if Darnell Washington, he's still gonna be there at 35. And that Houston has that pick, by the way. Okay. Houston. I'm making a trade with Houston because hey, they want to move up to get hot boys, move up and get the hot boy, and we'll slide on back at 35. Take the guy that we covet, even though people might say it's still a reach at 35, but he fits our system to a T. What we're looking for at tight end number 2. It's not the sexiest of picks, but thank me later. You ain't gotta thank me now. Thank me later because what are we looking for in the offense? We got Diggs that's fairly explosive, one of the best receivers in the game, right? So we don't need
underselling Diggs, but I feel you.
Yeah.
Yeah. That boy is him.
We got Dawson Knox. Who's is a solid tight end.
Yeah.
He runs a 4.5. He's a hybrid tight end.
Probably even better than so. He's probably a good tight end. We just don't know because they don't use him.
Right. Well, they do use him. It's just that he's not a good blocking tight end. You got to block.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's not a George Kittle.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He's not that. So you got to go get a tight end that can do that. That's going to help your run game. That's definitely going to help your pass game. It's going to help your quarterback. And that's going to open it up for everybody else. Because now, if we got a tight end that's going to leak out, you can't play me in cover 2 shell neither because I'm just going to release my tight end. And he's 6'8", running 4.6.
Down the middle of the field.
You know what I mean? I can see somebody that's 6'7" down the field. Rather than I can see a Smurf running down the field. You know what I'm saying? Like, 4'6". Go get dogs, man. First of all, this dude just won a national championship. I'm going to get that. I'm not going to get somebody that played in a mediocre BC, not even made it to a bowl game because I don't know. I'm not getting that. I'm like freakish athletes that's win. What Musgrave from Oregon State? Oregon State? Really? We about to take him over Darnell Washington. We about to take him over Darnell Washington.
But that dude, he sheds no tackles at all. He never breaks a tackle. He
right.
always gets.
But so how is he better than Darnell Washington?
He's not that fast. I'm not.
Somebody explain that to me.
I'm not high on him.
Kincaid is nice, but he's not a blocking tight end in the NFL.
Yeah.
We got a guy like that. We got a guy like Kincaid. Myers is the same thing. So you telling me
Myers is not a bad run blocker.
So is Myers better than Cole Kmet?
No, Cole Kmet was different though. That was a beast.
So I'm not taking him neither at one. I'm not taking him. If he's not a Cole Kmet came out of Notre Dame too. Yeah. So I'm not taking that.
Cole Kmet was a dog.
I'm not taking it. I'm going with the guy that we need to block. We need a tight end that can block. We got a tight end that can go catch and blow the top of our defense. We need a tight end that can block. And that's why I say Darnell Washington is still my guy on the board because I'm going to get a freak at tight end.
Need a boy that can do to the sleds, to people we did to the sleds.
Yeah, he's a guy that loves to block. This dude is 267, 275 on a 4.6, bro. Come on, man. I mean, those are Gronkowski traits right there. Nobody's saying it. Now, if Mike Myers or whatever his name is at Notre Dame was 6'7", 275 and ran a 4.6, what would they be saying his comp would be? Gronkowski, right? But his comp is Mercedes Lewis. It could be potentially Mercedes Lewis, eventually down the line of Gronkowski. If the Bills know what to do with this kid. Now, if I was coaching, hell yeah, he'd be a Gronk. Because he can block. That's half of the game. Blocking now, releasing and getting into your route, I can teach you that. I can help you develop into that. So that's why I say Darnell Washington. And if you look again at the Bills depth chart, it looks like they need a tight end because all the tight ends is gone in free agency.
Yeah.
So the Bills are definitely going to draft a tight end, whether it's pick 27 or somewhere down the line. Trust and believe the Bills are going to get a tight end. So why not go get one of the best tight end that fits your scheme? Not because somebody have this guy high on the board, et cetera, et cetera.
I feel you. But if y'all see Josh Downs on that screen, I promise you, in a year or so, you're gonna be really, really happy that we did that.
I don't know about Josh Downs.
That boy's a
I
dog.
didn't see some tape. What North Carolina? Did North Carolina even make it to a bowl
now
game?
I disagree about the
Did
whole
North
winner
Carolina make it to a
because
bowl game?
he's only won 20.
Did North Carolina make it to a bowl game?
I don't know what they did, but
That's all I'm saying.
I don't base the talent of the player based off of what their team did. I don't do that. All right, I go strictly off of what the player can do.
He didn't. He wasn't dominant enough to make a difference in the game.
His quarterback wasn't that good.
So now we're gonna blame him on the quarterback.
Yes, for him.
Quarterback
Yeah.
trying to get him the ball?
If he played at Alabama,
Who's
it's a different story. I don't even know his name. If he played at Alabama, it's a different story. He's up there with Jackson Smith Enigma and Zay Flowers. He's up there with them if he goes to Alabama. I'm telling you, he's a dog.
Boston College ain't doing nothing.
Oh, Zay Flowers.
They didn't do anything, but Zay Flowers.
He's still him. That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
Smurf. We don't need Smurf.
No. I agree. He is a Smurf, and I don't want him, but that boy's a dog. I don't want him.
I'll see. The same thing everybody talk about Zay Flowers. The same thing everybody was talking about with Sky Moore. Even though he did win the Super Bowl, but Sky Moore really wasn't no impact in the league this year. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. He wasn't. You know what I mean? Like I just don't.
Zay Flowers remind me a little bit of Henry Ruggs.
I'm going to get national championship dudes because these are the same dudes I'm going to eventually see in the NFL. You know what I mean? I'm going to get them dogs, man. I'm going to get the Alabamas. I'm going to get the Ohio States. I'm going to get the Georgias. You know what I mean? You gotta know where to go shopping. You gotta
ain't win no championship.
You gotta know where to go shopping. The Bills have not drafted an impact player in the first round since Josh Allen. You can say Diggs at pick 22 with the trade and all of that.
I don't.
But I'm talking about somebody out of college. We have not did that on the offense side. It's been completely on defense. Yeah. And guess what? We still trying to fix what we need to fix on the damn defense.
Yep.
So how about giving Josh an impact weapon now? All right, somebody that's going to protect them. So enough of that, gentlemen. Now, who the hell is going number one? Ooh. All right, you got Bryce Young, you got C.J. Stroud, you got Anthony Richardson, you got Will Levis. Those are your quarterbacks, and we know Carolina, they need a quarterback. They need a quarterback back. So it's one of those four. Torch, I'm going to let you go first on this one. Who do you think
going quiet over there?
Who's going number one? He's over here phone boning right now. He must he's like Ian Rappaport or something. Like, got,
right.
Like breaking news is coming in.
Oh yeah, I like to look and study, but Bryce Young should be number one.
Bryce Young? Yeah. Why you say Bryce Young?
Did you see how dynamic Bryce Young is at the quarterback position? Okay, so let me ask this question: who would you say was a better quarterback coming out Bama? Or played for Bama, Jalen Hurts or Bryce Young?
Quarterback?
Yeah. Well, Jalen Hurts had to go to Oklahoma. So
that's fact. He got his job.
I mean, he did, but I'm saying his performance.
By Tua of all people. Better quarterback, like
he won the Heisman.
Passer.
He won the Heisman. He won the Heisman.
Who, Jalen Hurts?
No.
Oh, Bryce Young.
Yeah, he won the Heisman. You do got hardware.
Yeah, but Bryce Young is overwhelmingly the better. See, that's hard because I'm one of the people who I take speed and all the things that a running quarterback gives you, and I attribute that to them as a quarterback. So when they be like, "Oh, Patrick Mahomes does this more and more than Josh," all right, but how many more rushing and passing yards, or rushing touchdowns do he have? You know what I mean? I attribute that to a quarterback, right? So when I look at Jalen Hurts, I always liked him as a prospect. I was like, he can do really good things. He's not the greatest passer in the world. But we just saw Lamar Jackson be damn near flawless and win the MVP that 1 year. That was, you know what I'm saying? Jalen Hurts was coming off the heels of that. So, you know what I mean? I like Jalen Hurts as a prospect. Now, who's the better passer in every way, shape, and form? It's Bryce Young.
So that's what you say, number one for you too?
Oh, no, I was answering towards this question.
Yeah. I would say that. So who you think is going to get the Carolina?
So, I mean, again, I think the most pro-ready quarterback right now in this draft class is Bryce Young. And I think he probably, again, it really depends on your philosophy in terms of what you want to draft. Do you want to draft the guy with the most potential, the guy that could turn into Josh Allen? Because then you want to go Anthony Richardson. right? You want to go with the guy out of Miami, Florida Gators, right? You want the guy who's the most pro ready right now
At number 1?
at Bryce Young. See, that's the thing. If the Browns took Josh Allen number 1, it's a different story. But they didn't because he wasn't pro ready. That's what I mean. What you value, you know what I mean? If you want the guy who's the best quarterback, like I said, is Bryce Young. If you want the guy who has the most upside as a strictly a quarterback, and you take away the running aspect, it's CJ Stroud.
Wait a minute.
What's up?
Sir, you said pro ready.
Yeah.
I kind of got to ask you a question. You thought Baker was pro ready?
Yes.
Then why ain't show that he was pro ready?
He did show his pro ready. He won Rookie of the Year.
Oh, I don't want. Okay, he won Rookie of the Year. Do you know what his numbers was that year? He won Rookie. Of the Year?
But he was ready for the pros, is what I'm saying. He was the best quarterback in that draft class that year. He was pro ready.
No, he wasn't.
No, he definitely was.
Are you kidding me? I can't believe you just said that he was the best quarterback in that draft.
That year.
No,
He won Rookie of the Year. Baker Mayfield was the best quarterback that year. Lamar didn't play that year. He didn't play at all that year, or barely. Josh was on a horrible team. Sam Darnold was garbage. Baker was not great, but he was on a team where he was getting recognition. And then the second year, they did pretty decently.
You said he was the best quarterback in that draft class.
That year, his rookie season is what I'm saying. So when I say pro ready, he's ready for the pros more than any other quarterback.
He's still ready now?
Y'all not gonna do this to me today. Y'all change the argument. Y'all ain't gonna do this to me
Baker
today.
ready now.
No.
He's ready now.
But hold on, what does pro ready mean? They're ready to step in today and take over the shit.
It get worse?
Dude,
they're ready to take over.
See, you conflate in the argument. You conflate in the argument. Y'all conflate in the argument. Y'all know what I'm talking about. They're not about to play with me.
He didn't even make it to his next contract.
They're not gonna twist me up like they did with the LeBron thing, right?
Oh, here you go again.
He's the best pro-ready quarterback.
But hold on. But think about what pro ready means. He's ready to step out of college into the NFL right now. Josh wasn't ready. Sam wasn't more ready. And
Josh stepped in.
Can I ask you a question?
You got
But he didn't play as well.
No. Can I ask you a question?
He played half the season.
Does that argument disavow the fact of coaching?
Josh played half the season.
Is that on an individual tip, or is that individual with coaching?
I mean, of course, it has everything is with coaching, though.
Okay, so here's where I disagree with that argument then. If you are talking about with coaching, adding coaching to,
Hugh
right?
Jackson?
Then are you?
He won a Rookie of the Year with Hugh Jackson.
Who's the coach?
Hugh Jackson.
Go ahead and
that's
stick
what I'm saying.
yourself.
Okay, so you
Who was his coordinator?
Hugh Jackson was a good
Who
coach?
was his coordinator? That's what you need to look at, not Hugh Jackson. You need to look at his coordinator, his quarterback, his coordinator.
Now, Hugh Jackson got fired after that year. He won a Rookie of the Year. Hugh Jackson got fired.
Right, but you need to look at his coordinator.
Who was his coordinator?
You tell me. You said he
You
was.
the one asking. I don't know.
No, I'm asking.
I'm just saying how you got OBJ on your team and you can't get on the ball since you the most
Yo,
pro-ready
hold on,
quarterback.
hold on.
Not even just that.
Now
No.
you got David
Y'all are
Njoku.
twisting this
David
crazy.
Njoku.
No, we not.
Y'all
I'm not
twisting this
twisting
crazy.
it crazy. I just asked
You
you.
are.
No, I'm not. I said.
You had all these
a
weapons
specific
that
question.
you couldn't
I
get these
said,
dudes to rock.
is it individual, just themselves, that's pro ready, or does that come with coaching? I asked you.
They do come with coaching. It definitely comes with coaching.
Right. Okay. So if it comes with coaching, right, then we're gonna sit up here and we're gonna give Josh Allen his attributes, right? When he got coaching,
All
right?
When we talking
Because you
about
just
starting,
used Hugh Jackson.
who's the most winningest quarterback out of that draft class as a starter?
That would be Josh Allen.
Dude,
No, hold on. And
What are we talking about right now?
even if we go, and even if we go by attribute, individual attributes,
You're
telling me,
we're
wait a minute.
changing the whole argument. right
No, we're not.
Yes,
we're not.
you
No, you
are.
said pro ready. So
Do
I gotta
you
ask
know
a
what
question.
pro ready means?
Yes, of course
What
I
is
do.
pro,
I'm
hold on.
asking
What
you.
does pro
I'm
ready
asking
mean to
you.
y'all? What does pro ready mean to y'all? Because I need to know.
What it means. It's ready to play in the pros.
Right now, right? Before you even set foot on the NFL field, are you pro ready? So we're not talking about 5 years down the line. We're not talking about what happens in year 2. We're talking about pro ready, the rookie season.
What makes him pro ready? What made you think that he's pro ready?
He had all the tools to be a good quarterback. He was, you know what I'm saying? handle pressure well. He can step out of the pocket and throw the
Can I ask you a
football.
question?
He can throw the ball well down the field, middle, and short.
I got a question.
What's up?
You said that he could do all that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What quarterback didn't play in the Power 5 school?
Josh.
Woo! Hold on.
What does that have to do with anything?
Josh Allen is the only one out of that first round class that did not play in the Power 5.
What does that have to do with
and
pro
he's
ready?
the absolute best.
He wasn't his rookie
To me,
year.
you ready for this?
Coming out of college, he was not pro
You
ready.
just told me coaching counts with the subject, correct? So if you're saying you Jackson,
Yes,
this is how
coaching
he
is
catching him.
attributed
He
to
think he's slick. You Jackson, you just used the U Jackson. Oh,
Am I
he's
having a stroke or something?
Yeah, you
What's
having a stroke.
happening right
He
now?
said U Jackson, right?
You brought up
He
coaching.
discredited. I just asked him.
You brought up coaching.
Please tell him to follow the flush.
We're not going to.
What?
Please tell him to follow
What?
the flush.
You're lying
I
on questions.
literally
Already
asked.
Just a bit of advice, Justice. Don't ever put Baker Mayfield.
Oh
I'm
my
trying to
God.
Like,
Are
is
you
it Josh
serious?
Allen
I
or
can't.
even a
Dude,
Lamar
I
Jackson?
cannot wait to play this
Don't.
back, dog.
Bro, I need you to play it back so they can
I
hear
can't
you.
wait.
You should have never said that he was the most pro-ready quarterback.
He was
You
the most
shouldn't
pro
have.
ready
He was a
quarterback.
bust.
Coming out
Let me
of
tell you.
college, he was the most pro
Is
ready
he a bust?
quarterback.
Is he a bust?
Now, yes.
Now he's a bust.
Yes, now he's a
Okay,
bust.
So he was a pro-ready bust.
What?
Come on, man. You can't have
It's
the
a
pride the way you
bust,
want it.
man.
Are y'all drunk?
No, we ain't drunk.
We ain't drunk.
Y'all were sipping before the show.
No,
man.
we wasn't sipping
What was it, Jack? Was it Crown?
Nah,
You got a
It's
little
a
bit of
pro-ready bust.
1942?
it was called Justice.
Gentlemen, that will conclude our show.
Oh my
Guys,
God.
we get it towards the end. We may pick this up, do some extra overtime with it, but
I'm always
I'm clipping this, dog.
everybody, listen.
I'm clipping this.
Local
I
Sports
swear
Report
I'm
Sunday.
clipping
On
this.
behalf of Wada, Justice the General, my guy, the Torch Robinson, I'm Muki Andre. Stay
Oh, man.
safe, choose love, not hate, and keep them damn hands clean, man. And watch.
Yo, what is
All right,
they,
watch
what is
this.
they talking about?
Listen, don't let Oklahoma fool you that Baker
What is
Mayfield
this
was the
for?
most pro ready. I need you to stop letting
Oh, so you're
Oklahoma
talking about
fool you.
Oklahoma's coaching.
Be boosted for me, for all of us.
I don't know if you heard what I said or you didn't hear what I said. I said, I literally broke it down. I said, are we talking individual or are we talking about individual with coaching? I literally said, you heard me.
You
say
should
this.
have never said
You heard me
Baker
literally say that.
Mayfield
You said
was
with
the most
coaching.
pro-ready.
He was the most pro. Hold on. You said it. Coaching is attributed to a player's right.
You answered it.
Hold on.
You answered it?
He won a Heisman, did he not? Didn't he win the Heisman?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
All right. So you take a Heisman Trophy winner who can do everything from the quarterback position in college. Everything you want your quarterback to do, he can do. The only problem is he got small hands and he's short. That's his only problem.
How much
Coming
do
out
you-
of college.
Hold on, watch this. How much do you contribute that to his coaching?
Well, yes,
Because we
better
all know
coaching,
the Sooners to be what they are.
better coaching makes you a better
We
player.
all know what the Sooners are in college.
Better coaching makes you a better player. Josh Rosen was the other one. Josh Rosen at UCLA was not that good. He had tools though. He had the tools to be a good quarterback.
You do
Josh
know-
Darnold out of USC didn't play that good his senior year, but he had the tools to be a good
Watch
quarterback.
this. You know what the funny thing is about this whole thing?
What?
It's that Josh Rosen was getting the most doggone attention right before the draft. If you want to go look back, let's be clear on this. Josh Rosen was getting the most attention till like the week before the draft, and then Baker slid into number one. See, this is what happened. Because you literally just tried to, you literally tried to tell me that Baker Mayfield was the most pro ready.
Yes.
And I'm gonna tell you the only reason why Josh Rosen didn't go one is because of his attitude.
Dog,
It's
he
the
went
only
How many guys
reason.
Baker
ninth.
Mayfield
He was
with
the
rookie year?
fourth quarterback taken.
Because of his
He
attitude. I'm
was
telling
not.
you right now.
Oh, because of the attitude. All right. that's
Go
fair.
look back. I swear to God, go look
Bro,
back.
I just said that's fair.
Okay, so that's fair, right?
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
So now you added coach. I asked
Josh
you.
Allen
You
was
answered the
52
question.
and 24 as a starting.
I'm just saying. I asked
Oh,
you.
my God,
I asked
bro.
you.
We're
Did it
talking about
include
5
coaches?
years in the future.
Boogie.
Dog,
Boogie, I asked him. Hold
I know
on.
what he getting at. He just getting at the rookie year.
Yes.
No.
Argument is
And
Yes, that's
and
what
my
pro ready
argument
means.
is that his shit was a smoke screen.
That's what
That's
pro
my
ready
argument.
means. Who can step
It
on the
wasn't, though.
field now
To me-
and perform the best?
To me, I'm gonna tell you that that's not to me because you added coaching to it. That's why I asked you.
You added coaching to it.
No, when you answered the question, you said coaching. Did you not answer it?
Bro, you brought up coaching.
Right. I said, is it the individual or is it the individual with coaching?
Coaching matters with every player.
Could I ask you a question?
I don't care who
I
the
didn't
player
answer
is,
it.
coaching matters.
Right. So you answered it with coaching, right?
Every player matters
So
with
you
coaching.
answered it with
Baker
coaching.
Mayfield,
Yes.
33
Okay.
and 39.
So watch this. Since you added it with coaching, right?
Okay.
All right. So when you stuck a coach with Josh Allen, right? What ended up happening with Josh Allen?
You talking about in college or you talking about the NFL?
I'm talking about when he hit the pros, sir.
Is Baker
So
Mayfield a
when-
bust? He's a bust.
So you talking about
So-
when he got to the pros?
Yeah. Watch
Which,
this.
hold on, because that's where the discrepancy is. After he gets to the pros, pro ready no longer matters. That means nothing now, because when you talk about pro ready, you're talking about a player that can come out of college and is ready to play for an NFL team that year, week 1.
Well, to me, I mean, he got drafted just because Cleveland fell in love with him more than they did.
Because he
any other quarterback.
balled the hell
I
out in
don't think
college
it-
is
I
why
don't-
he got
I don't
drafted.
think it was really pro ready had anything to do with it because probably the most pro ready out of all of them they were saying.
I'm telling you,
What's
it's Josh
Josh Rosen?
Rosen. This
And
is
I
where-
didn't
this
like
is
it.
where
I
get
didn't
you.
believe that neither.
I'm not
I
understanding.
didn't believe that neither.
This is
I would have
my
took
argument.
Baker Mayfield over those two guys.
You just got done telling me you don't want to draft nobody that has gone to a bowl game. Josh Rosen and the UCLA Bruins did Jack Diddley that year. Baker
Right.
Mayfield was the
No, you
Heisman
said-
winner.
Baker
and all
was
those
a
guys.
thought. Look,
Jack
on my
Diddley.
mock draft, I had it was either Lamar Jackson or Josh Allen.
Mhm.
Then at the end of the day, I said I'm going with the big quarterback because I'm tired of us drafting low ass quarterbacks. So Josh became my number one guy. Then it was Lamar.
Oh, you mock draft? You mock Josh?
I'm not Josh.
So,
Right at his house. I'm
yeah.
not Josh.
Mark him out.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, here's another reason why I say he wasn't the most pro ready.
Okay.
Because even on the attribute standpoint, as far as quarterbacks with the most attributes, if I lined them all up, Josh to me has the most attributes.
No. Josh
pro
has
ready?
the most physical abilities. He has the biggest tool set. He has the
The
biggest tool
comps
set.
coming out.
Wait a minute. So having the biggest tool set don't make you the most pro ready?
No, it's not, because that's why
Why?
Anthony Richardson isn't the projected first pick.
Who?
Anthony Richardson.
Okay.
That's why he's not the
Watch
projected
this.
first pick.
And you know what's gonna be funny?
What?
If he's really the most pro ready at all.
No, because you're conflating what pro ready means.
No, see, no.
Yes, you are.
See, my
What does pro
definition
ready
of pro
mean?
ready
What
to
does
me
pro ready
can
mean?
be different than yours.
Give it to us. What does pro ready mean?
Not be a Baker Mayfield.
Oh,
Not
now
be
we
a Baker
avoiding
Mayfield.
the argument.
No, it's not avoiding the
So
argument.
what? Hold on, because we're arguing. The argument is a moot point if we don't have the same.
Okay, so
definition.
this
If
is
we
my,
don't have the same understanding
you
of
want,
what
you want
something
the
means, the
definition?
argument doesn't.
To me, the definition of being pro ready is having the most attributes and being successful.
Okay.
When it includes coaching.
What?
When it
What
includes the coaching.
You don't know
You
who fucking
said
coach you are.
you said listen.
You
see,
don't know who you're going to go
No,
to when you're getting drafted.
Okay.
How can you
And
include
again-
coaching?
You want to know why? Want to know why I'm gonna include coaching?
I mean, you can tell me.
Perfect example. Sam Diarno with the Jets.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect example. Let's see. Zach Wilson with the Jets. I mean, you just
What is he
said.
talking about?
What do you mean? What am I talking about?
Bro, okay,
You don't know
all
where you're going, right?
Hold on. You told me what pro ready means to you. I will tell you that is not what pro ready means to most people. Okay, when most people are saying pro ready, they're talking about which one of these college quarterbacks could step onto an NFL roster and start for that team.
And again, my whole argument is
If you have the best tools, which
No.
is fair, because that's who I would want to draft, the guy with the best tools, who could be good down the line. Because
All right,
if I got the option for a
Well, if
Bryce,
you just said
we
who
defined
could be
the-
good down
we
the
defined
line,
the
then Josh
definition.
Allen.
What does it mean to be pro ready? For years, we associated the term with poised, accurate quarterbacks that predominantly came from run heavy collegiate offense that forced them to line up under center. As we move into today's spread offensive era, the pro ready label now has a lot less to do with taking snaps under center, but the common traits associated with the term remains the same. When you think of playing right away, you think of quarterbacks with strong mechanics. You think of smart, educated throwers who had a ton of reps in college. You think of pocket passers that read the field and facilitate. Recent draft picks who check most of those boxes were Jared Goff, Josh Rosen, Dwayne Haskins, and Tua Tagovailoa.
Didn't I just
Now,
say
when
Josh
you
Rosen?
flip
I'm
the
not mad at
script,
that argument.
now, when you flip the script and look at recent prospects who were considered raw and developmental, a lot of their traits rise to the top.
Let me guess. That was your definition. of
Predominantly related.
Oh wait,
to
hold on,
physical
you talking about overall, or you
we
talking about that
tend
last
to
part? Because he's
consider
talking about
most
physical
elite
traits. I was gonna
athletes
ask that question.
and most rocket arm throwers not ready for the NFL game, in large part due to their reliance on said physical gifts. Recent draft picks, most of those boxers were Lamar Jackson, Dak Prescott, Josh Allen, and Justin Herbert.
Thank you.
Notice anything. The quarterbacks who made the biggest NFL impact right away fell into category B.
Yep.
The players that took a long time to develop or didn't pan out entirely were category A.
Exactly.
So now what does that mean? Well, it means that our entire notion of what makes a quarterback pro ready, at least in this day and age, is entirely wrong.
No,
Get
that's
your
not.
ass out of here.
No.
I'm done, bro. You heard what he just said.
Hold on.
I mean,
Did
this
you
is
hear
just
what he
one
just
guy's
said?
opinion
Relax,
on what
relax.
pro ready means.
Hold on. Let me ask you a question. When you say pro ready, right? Are you talking about a guy who is going to be the best option for your team your rookie season, or the best option for your team going forward? I'm asking you that question.
Well, I would think
Going
pro ready
forward.
should be going forward,
Okay,
right?
see, that's
So
not
if
what-
time out.
Because if I need a quarterback to come in now, I'm just going to go get a free
Wait a
agent. I'm not going to
minute.
draft a quarterback. I'm going to get a free agent.
Wait a minute.
I'm going to get a free agent. If I need a pro ready now quarterback, then I mean I'm going to get a free agent. I'm going to get a season free agent.
Hold on, just because that's how y'all feel don't mean that's what it means though.
He just read it.
Everybody has
You
to
hold on,
respect
you read it from one dude. Like,
Oh, he read it from one dude. You need to
and
read it
still,
from
he
100.
even made the same with a lot of
Boogie.
points that I made.
Moogie, go get the
But notice
source.
how, guess what?
Hold on,
Hold on, time out. You see all these quarterback names we just mentioned, right?
Yes.
Was Baker Mayfield name in any of that?
Hell no.
What is that?
Baker
No.
Mayfield's name wasn't even mentioned in that article. Because he's a bust.
Joey,
Baker Mayfield wasn't
tell him the
So,
fire
hold
starter
on,
got him.
let me ask you a question.
Just say,
Let's
got
pretend
him.
2018 pass didn't happen yet, right? It's 2017. Josh Baker, all them boys just got drafted. Who do you say is the best quarterback?
I'm taking Josh.
You're lying. Okay.
How I said it back then. I'm still gonna say it now. I'm gonna take the quarterback that's 6'5", 240
If the Bills had their number one overall pick, you would taking Josh Allen?
I just went to the same.
All right, y'all got it. Y'all got it.